Hello, friends. Welcome one, welcome all, to the first episode of Overanalyzing Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. Featuring myself, I am mad. Today we will be discussing an issue that has long been near and dear to my heart, but has taken a backseat to the admittedly much more critical issue of pathing. But now that pathing has actually been seemingly somewhat improved for melee units as of the recent patch, I'd like to bring this up. It's a world-shattering, earth-rending, heart-wrenchingly huge criticism of the game. You guys ready for this? I think the multiplayer menus should be tweaked a little bit. I know, that's crazy, right? But hear me out. I think what happens after you press this button could be improved to make the menus a little more navigable, and you can more easily get in between what options you want to do. So when you click the multiplayer button, which I just did, you get this first level multiplayer menu, which includes the ranked button, quick play button, also known as unranked, find custom game, host game, restore game, cancel, and map votes. Map votes we're not going to worry about because that's a temporary thing. But we'll worry about all the others because they're permanent. So when you click ranked, you get to this screen, which allows you to queue up for ranked, choose your civ, choose your maps, choose the game settings, all that stuff. Fair enough. That makes sense. But going back to this menu, when you click Find Custom Game, you go back to a different menu with a similar aesthetic called the Lobby Browser, which shows you all the custom games. And at the top of the screen, there is another menu where you can switch back and forth between ranked and lobby browser. So then, going back to this menu again, you can go to host game, which brings you to, you're already within the lobby browser, and you can host a custom lobby. Fair enough. But this button is also found within the lobby browser itself. Create lobby. Similarly, restore game provides a very similar function. Allows you to restore a game, brings you directly to that menu. This one actually doesn't allow you to get back to some of the other menus though. But, I mean, you're doing a very specific thing here. It's kind of rare, so not that huge big part of a deal. Shout out to 17 Neo. So then, going back to this menu, all of these other menus, all these other buttons I've clicked so far have used kind of this like parchment. They brought you to another menu or screen with like this parchment aesthetic. And you've even been able to switch in between some of them, like in a second menu. On this parchment system, there's a second menu. So you think when you click the quick play button, you get the same thing, right? But you don't. You get a different menu with a completely different aesthetic, much more like the main menu, with this kind of like dark background and like orange, yellow outlines and stuff. No parchment, it's transparent. It provides the same function as the ranked menu screen, essentially, but it just looks completely different. And also, you can't switch between the menus like you can on the parchment screen. Like, when you can switch between ranked and lobby browser directly without having to go back to that first menu, right? But if you're on one of these screens and you want to switch to quick play, then you have to go all the way back to this menu and click it. And then you get to this menu. This all seems a little kind of unnecessary and convoluted to me. I don't see why this menu can't just be part of the parchment menu system, you know? I think that this quick play menu could be essentially moved to be another button right here on the upper left of my screen that goes in between ranked and lobby browser. It would look just like these. The unranked or quick play screen, whatever you want to call it, would look pretty functionally similar to the ranked screen. It would just say unranked or quick play. And then if you did that, then I think you could actually do away with this menu entirely. It kind of becomes redundant at that point, because this menu largely provides the same functions as the parchment menu, but it doesn't. But it just has quick play, and the parchment menu does not have quick play. But I think if this menu, I feel like most players would prefer. I could be wrong about that. Obviously, I am speaking just for myself, but I have a feeling that the game would be better overall, just ever so slightly, if quick play was moved to an option on this menu, in this spot right here, and then you just get rid of this menu entirely. To summarize this concept, here is a little graph I drew of the menu system as it currently stands. You start off with the multiplayer menu at the top. Then you get to the first. Well, you start off with clicking the multiplayer button. You then go to the first level menu. That's this one right here. First level menu. When you're on this screen, you can switch in between all of these buttons, right? And then you can click on ranked or lobby browser to get to buttons on the, and you can get to ranked in lobby browser. Yeah, you can click ranked or find custom game. They bring you to ranked or lobby browser on the second level menu, which is this. And on that menu, you can move between ranked and lobby browser. You also have spectate game, clans, leaderboard, as you can see up here. And then in lobby browser, you can get to join, host, custom game. In that higher level menu, for this one, going back to that image once again. Bear with me here. Yeah, then this one also is find custom, host custom, restore game. So this is how it currently is. You've got these like two menus. This first level menu, and then the second level menu, which kind of perform the same function, but just with just kind of in a different way. And most importantly, the second level menu does not include an option to get to quick play. And then there's these third level buttons. This seems a little convoluted for me. I think it could be better. And this is how I functionally think it should be. You just have one menu with 6 main buttons after you click multiplayer. I would use the parchment system, but we could use other aesthetics, I suppose. The parchment system is my strong preference. You have your ranked tab, your quick play tab, your lobby browser tab, spectate games, clans, and leaderboard. And then in lobby browser, you can just do join, custom, host custom, restore game, and all of that specific stuff related to custom games. I think this would make navigating in the menus make a lot more sense, and it's a pretty simple change to implement. So I hope I get lucky here, and any developers watching this video listen to my advice and implement this in the game. That would be awesome. Thank you. All right, everybody. I think that concludes my point. I'm glad you've all been watching this video. Thank you so much. Stay tuned, my friends, for the next episode. And always remember, stay mad.